Let's have a talk now to Ivan Clark from Grindrod. He's been associated with this company for around about 37, 38 years, I think it is. He's stepping down as chairman. Bronwyn, take over from here.
Well, Ivan, thanks very much for joining us. Perhaps we can just take a step back and think about how the company, in your perspective, has changed or did change while you were at the helm.
Well, it's an amazing story. You know, when I took over the company as CEO, we had a capital of 80 million rand, and today the market cap of the stock is 20 billion rand. So it's not all my effort. There's certainly been huge effort from the current CEO and other people in the company. But the company today is a completely different face to the company that I got involved in 37 years ago.
Ivan, on the desk with me is Ian Cruikshanks, who's Chief Economist at the Institute of Race Relations. I know that Ian is coming in with some questions for you.
Okay.
Sure. Ivan, I remember when we first met a long time ago, and we used to anticipate what the company was likely to be doing by looking at the CRB Commodities Index. And you always said, don't watch that, but we did. And it was a pretty good indicator. Commodities went up, and in due course, demand for your shipping went up, and it was, it's changed a heck of a lot. The exponential growth has been something to be very proud of.
Very, very much so. You know, we also probably had a tremendous amount of luck on our side. You know, the company was and had been a small company for a long time, and we were just fortunate that Saft Marine was sold by the Old Mutual, and we managed to buy Tiger Brands Island View Shipping. So we suddenly had all these companies, and we put a lot of brand new ships into them. And the markets took off. So I always used to say, don't follow the graphs, follow the Greeks, because they're pretty good at shipping. But the markets took off, and we saw rates that we haven't seen again. Those rates came off and started coming off about 4 or 5 years ago, and we haven't seen them again. Whether we will in the years to come is still to be seen.
But Ivan, isn't also the development you've had has been sort of the lateral expansion into other forms of transport, into the ships, not just the ships, the ports themselves, the actual movement of goods, whether it be by land, by sea, by rail, and now the financial sector is enabling you to finance all of these. That's a wonderfully integrated model.
Yes. You know, I had my last board meeting as chairman, in fact, yesterday, and it's a completely different company to the one of 15 years ago. I mean, it's got Remgroen as a shareholder who's got a 25% share. They're wonderful to have as partners. The Grindrod family still has a share. But the ports and terminal development around Africa is absolutely amazing that it's taking place in areas such as Maputo and Richards Bay and so on.
Ivan, just before we go, our content editor Monique Vanek highlighted that you are chairman of ChemSpec. Your family owns some 17% of that company. Just a quick statement on ChemSpec, where the company is going in your opinion?
We're having to work at it. You know, it really is not an easy company to turn around. It hasn't been an easy company for me. I thought it would be much easier. We're having to work at it. I have no doubt that we will succeed, but it's certainly not. It's almost one size. It's Panzer one size too big for its overheads, and we need to get the overhead structure down to fit the turnover, particularly in current times when we're finding there seems to be a consumer slowdown.
Well, we'll definitely follow that ChemSpec story with you, Ivan. Thanks so much for your time. Ivan Clark, who has retired as the chairman of the Grindrod board.